Most people think becoming rich is about finding the perfect investment, starting a successful business, or earning a massive salary. But if you look closely at people who consistently build wealth, you'll notice something surprising. They all follow a hidden rule. It's not taught in school, and most people never realize it exists. Yet this single principle quietly separates those who struggle financially from those who become wealthy. The strange part is that the rule sounds simple when you hear it, but its impact can completely change your financial future. Imagine two people earning the exact same income. They live in the same city, have similar jobs, and face the same opportunities. 10 years later, one is financially stressed, living paycheck to paycheck, while the other has investments, savings, and growing wealth. What caused the difference? Most people assume it was luck. But in reality, the wealthy person understood a hidden rule. Wealth grows from ownership, not effort alone. This idea sounds obvious, but think about how most people spend their lives. They trade time for money. They work more hours, take extra shifts, or chase promotions. Their income depends entirely on how much time they can sell. The problem is that time is limited. There are only 24 hours in a day. No matter how hard you work, you eventually hit a ceiling. Rich people understand that true wealth comes from owning things that continue producing value even when they're not actively working. Think about someone who owns stocks. While they sleep, companies continue operating and generating profits. Think about a business owner. Employees, systems, and products keep creating value throughout the day. Think about someone who owns real estate. Their property may generate rental income month after month. In every case, ownership creates leverage. And leverage is one of the most powerful forces in wealth building. The average person focuses on income. Wealthy people focus on assets. This is a critical difference. Income pays the bills today. Assets create income tomorrow. Every dollar earned can either be spent immediately or used to purchase something that generates future value. The wealthy consistently choose the second option. They understand that every dollar is like an employee. If you spend it, it's gone forever. If you invest it wisely, it starts working for you. This hidden rule becomes even more powerful when combined with time. Most people underestimate how dramatically wealth compounds. At first, progress feels painfully slow. You save a little, invest a little, and months pass without much visible change. Many people quit during this stage because the results seem insignificant. But wealth doesn't grow in a straight line. It grows exponentially. The gains begin small, then accelerate faster and faster. Imagine pushing a giant snowball down a hill. In the beginning, it barely moves. It feels frustrating. But as it rolls, it gathers more snow, becomes larger, and gains momentum. Eventually, the snowball grows so quickly that its size becomes almost unbelievable. Wealth works the same way. The first few years are difficult because you're building the foundation. Later, your money starts producing money, and the process becomes dramatically easier. This is why many millionaires say the first $100,000 is the hardest. The same principle applies to larger amounts as well. The beginning requires patience and discipline. The rewards often arrive much later than people expect. Most people quit before reaching the point where compounding starts doing the heavy lifting. Another part of the hidden rule is delayed gratification. Rich people don't necessarily have more self-control than everyone else. They simply understand the long-term consequences of their choices. When faced with a decision between immediate pleasure and future freedom, they often choose future freedom. This doesn't mean they never spend money. It means they spend intentionally. Consider two individuals who receive a bonus at work. One buys a luxury item to impress others. The other invests the money into an asset. Years later, the luxury item has lost value while the investment continues growing. The difference isn't intelligence. It's perspective. One person purchased a temporary feeling. The other purchased future opportunity. The hidden rule also explains why many high-income earners remain financially stressed. Earning more money doesn't automatically create wealth. If spending rises as fast as income, financial progress never occurs. This phenomenon is known as lifestyle inflation. Every raise leads to a bigger house, a more expensive car, or higher monthly expenses. As a result, income grows, but wealth remains stagnant. Rich people avoid this trap. Instead of increasing spending with every raise, they increase ownership. They direct more resources into investments, businesses, and assets. Over time, the gap between what they earn and what they spend becomes the engine of their wealth. Perhaps the most important part of the hidden rule is consistency. People often search for shortcuts. They want the perfect stock pick, the next cryptocurrency boom, or a secret strategy that creates instant riches. But real wealth is usually built through boring, repeated actions performed over long periods of time. Consistent investing, consistent learning, consistent patience. These habits rarely look exciting in the moment, but their long-term impact can be extraordinary. Think about the world's wealthiest individuals. Many of them didn't become rich overnight. They spent years building businesses, acquiring assets, and allowing compounding to work. What appears to be sudden success is often the result of decades of invisible progress. So what exactly is the hidden rule that makes people rich? It's this: focus on owning assets that grow and produce value over time, then give them enough time to compound. That's it. It sounds simple because it is simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. Following this rule requires patience when results are invisible, discipline when spending is tempting, and consistency when progress feels slow. Most people spend their lives chasing income. Wealthy people spend their lives building ownership. That's the difference. Every day, every paycheck, and every financial decision is an opportunity to choose between consuming today and creating tomorrow. The people who become rich understand that wealth is rarely built in dramatic moments. It's built through thousands of small decisions repeated over many years. And once you understand this hidden rule, you'll start seeing it everywhere. You'll realize that becoming rich isn't about luck, genius, or secret knowledge. It's about ownership, patience, and compounding. The sooner you start, the more powerful the effect becomes. Because the real secret isn't making money. The real secret is making money work for you.